course. Thank you so much for enrolling. So let's get started. So first things first, we're going to have to make an account on Shopify in order for us to use it. But let me just quickly talk about Shopify. So in case you don't know, Shopify is a great e-commerce platform which allows you to host and set up your own online business, your own e-commerce business through it. It is a very flexible platform, but it is a paid platform in which you have to pay through a monthly or yearly subscription. And they have a variety of plans, as we can see here, which is why you can see that we have the start free trial button here, as opposed to, just create an account. So just be aware of that. Nonetheless, Shopify have a great number of plans. So these run from $29 a month to much higher. And if you are really interested in, doing drop shipping or setting up your own online business, whatever the case may be, Shopify is a really great platform, and it is very intuitive in its function, and you'll find that it is pretty actually easy to navigate. You just need to learn some of the, workarounds, the purposes of the buttons, and some of the terminologies, which will all be covered in this course. So let's go ahead and start by creating our free trial account on Shopify.com by using our email. So let's go ahead and type our email. Okay, and now let's click Start Free Trial. So what you'll notice is that we're going to get 14 free days, as you can see here. No credit card required for Shopify. And this is great because it lets us explore the platform, and it lets you explore the platform before you decide whether you're going to, sign up, for this or not full time. All right, let's click Start Free Trial. Now let's choose a password. Okay. So now that we have chosen a password and our email is set, now it's time to think about our store name. So since this is just a sample store for the sake of this course, we're just going to call this John's Store. But of course, this can be your actual business name, logo name, brand name, and so forth. Oh, it says this already exists. Okay, so we'll try naming something more niche, John's Sample Store. Okay, there we go. That works. So yes, that's another thing. Sometimes, the name may be taken already by someone else, so just be aware of that. All right, so now let's click Create Your Store. All right, we just wait for this to do its magic. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. All right, so now it says step 1 of 2, tell us a little bit about yourself. We'll help you get started based on your responses. Okay, so this we can kind of just, quickly skim through, but these are just some great things that Shopify wants to know about you, just so they can help you, with the steps that they can recommend and so forth, depending on where you're at in your e-commerce or online business, right? So if you already have experience, you'll let them know here. If you're already making money, you'll let them know here. And if you're already, in a certain industry, you'll let them know here. So since, I'm just playing around, or I'm just starting, I'm just going to click, I'm just playing around. And then do you want to sell products through drop shipping? So let's talk about what drop shipping is. It says here that drop shipping is a way for you to sell products without storing the inventory yourself. That's pretty much that. So in case if you've heard of this term and are not sure what it means, it just basically means that it is a great alternative if you want to have an online business that doesn't require you to, have inventory or stock in your shelves. So that's what drop shipping basically is. So we'll click, for this sake, no, because we're just getting started. What is your current revenue? 0. I'm just getting started. What industry will you be operating in? We don't know yet. We haven't decided. So let's just click next after that. And then, okay, we'll add an address so you can get paid. So again, in order for us to continue, we have to do this. So let me just quickly add my address here so we can get started into actually delving into the platform of Shopify. So make sure that you do this step, because you can't go on without doing this step during Shopify registration. Okay, so I've entered in my address information, and before moving on, I just want to quickly say that they have a box here that says this store is a registered business. Make sure that you check this if you're already an in-person business or have a registry for your business. But if you don't have to worry about this. So since we're just starting out, we're not going to check that, and let's just click now enter my store since we are ready to go. All right, here we are. Okay, so now what we're officially seeing is the actual Shopify platform. We're here in the Shopify dashboard. We are in the Home tab, as you can see in the upper left, and we have our store name, John Sample Store, over here on the upper left as well. So this is basically the Home tab in the Shopify dashboard. What you'll see here is what you'll see every time you log in for the first time. You'll see this. This is the landing page that you will see, and it is a great page to land on every time you log in because it has everything. This is kind of like the central station of everything for your online business with Shopify. Whether you're having sales or, customer, inquiries or whatever, it'll all be here in the home tab in the Shopify dashboard platform. So it is a great tab to be on. Now, let's talk about this again. Your trial has just started. So we are on our 14-day trial. So before we move on, we have here the select a plan button. So let's just quickly take a look at some of the Shopify plans, the paid plans, which you can have a monthly or yearly subscription, just so we can kind of know, before we really delve into the platform. So let's click select a plan. So these are the three main plans. We have the basic Shopify plan, and then the advanced Shopify plan. So the cheapest one is obviously the basic, which is $29 a month. And honestly, if you're just starting out with your business, this one is more than enough because you can really do a lot with this. And the only difference really between the cheapest one and the more expensive ones is here where it says features. You can see that it changes from 2 staff members to 5 staff members, 4 locations to 5 locations and up. So unless you're a big business or have a lot of, key players in your business, you really don't need these 2 more advanced plans. But again, that's not the only thing that these 2 plans offer. They also offer, of course, lower cuts in terms of how much Shopify takes away from every sale. And on top of that, they have shipping discounts that are exclusive to Shopify for, Shopify business owners. So those are some things, along with, of course, these features. But these features here in the green dots are provided by all the plans. But again, we'll talk about this a little bit later. So again, these are the 3 basic plans. So once your 2-week or 14-day trial expires, you have the ability to choose one of these 3 to continue having your Shopify, hosted online business, of course. And so if you don't want that, then of course you can just cancel the account and you won't get charged. Or there's a 4th plan that's really, really, really basic. It's just you remove your, online store, but you just keep a button that's a buy button, and that only costs $9 a month with point of sale. So again, this is more so for businesses that are in person or have a set up address or selling elsewhere. This would work for them if you just want a basic hosted site with a button that says click to go to the shop. This is a very basic plan. You have no store. It's just a buy button basically. Okay, so these are the Shopify plans. So again, not to worry too much about them because we're just starting out, but know that they're here if you want to explore. Okay, and then again, it says here, if Shopify isn't right for you, you can cancel before October 26th and you won't be charged. So that's cool that the 2-week trial allows us to explore the platform without, being charged. All right, so now let's go back to the dashboard under the Home tab. So let's click the arrow again. Okay, it took us to settings, so let's click Home. All right, so now let's continue to talk about the dashboard. And before we move on, to the actual buttons and the rest of this, let's just quickly talk about what it means that you land here. So since this is our first time in this looks a little different than how it would normally look. Normally here you would have, statistics, sales statistics and all of that. But since this is our first time setting up the store, we are of course being told how to set up things and the like. So let's just scroll down a little bit to see what I'm talking about. So it says here, you're off to a great start. So as we can see here, we have kind of like a little tutorial slash navigation setup going on here, in which Shopify is recommending us to go step by step in order to, set up our online business and have ourselves up and running. So this is the great thing about Shopify, that it is very, it's full of guides basically. It's very user friendly and there to help you with every step of the way. So now that we've created a Shopify account and we are in the platform, let's go ahead and get started into talking about, the setup for our Shopify store.